Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Peter. My last name is too difficult, so please forget that last name. Maybe I should have written it down there in Korean as well. But anyway, my name is Peter. I work at the Netherlands Embassy, as Gareth introduced me. I'm in charge of science and technology in our embassy, and that includes ICT. So I will try to take you through some of the initiatives and plans and things that have been going on in our country. And this is what I want to talk to you about in the next 15 minutes, whatever. We'll see how far we get. But first, I want to talk about the early days of ICT in the Netherlands. When I was preparing for this presentation, I came across some very interesting things that I want to share with you. Then I want to show you some of the current status of ICT. It will be very similar to Korea, but you'll see later. Then I'll talk about our ICT agenda for the last 3 years, and then some of the R&D programs that we have to support our ICT agenda. And in the end, a little bit about gaming, but that's later. First, some highlights of our country, of the Netherlands. Did you know that Philips, you know Philips, right? As a Dutch company, they make shaving machines and lights and LED, and they used to make TV screens, but they were one of the first to pioneer with the CD players, or with the CD technology, using laser to detect the dots in that little disc that goes around and around and around. Together with Sony, by the way, they were one of the first pioneers. And in the late 80s, there was Amsterdam Science Park. They had this internal network connecting all kinds of computers of different research institutes. And they wanted to communicate with the United States. And in the United States, in the late 80s, they developed some kind of email system. And at a certain point, the first emails between the US and Europe were sent to Amsterdam, to that science park with this ICT infrastructure. And that was late 80s. And in 1991, this company TomTom was founded. Maybe, I don't think that the Korean people here know TomTom, but in Europe, it's the biggest navigation system company. I think everybody which has a car has a TomTom.
I do.
You see, you're not from Netherlands, right?
Well, from Belgium.
Well, it's close enough, yeah. So you see, they prove my point. And in the science park of Amsterdam, they had this huge network, and the first email came there, but it wasn't only emails that they wanted to send to the United States, also big files had to go back and forth. So Amsterdam became kind of the internet hub in Western Europe. All the big internet cables from the United States, or not all, but many of them, arrive in Amsterdam. And from Amsterdam, they go to all the different places inside Europe. And, smartphone. I mean, Koreans, I think 30% of everybody has smartphone, and US engineers probably all have one. But Philips was the first to come up with smartphone. And down there in the corner, it was their first smartphone in 1997. Still black and white, but it had internet function. Very slow, but it was there. Some of the current status. I don't want to go into the details of what all these things mean, but I just want to show you that Korea and Netherlands are very similar and can always be found somewhere in the top. This is network readiness related to your Internet e-government readiness index. As you can see, Korea and Netherlands are, again, somewhere in the top. The ICT development index, so how well is your infrastructure developed? Again, Korea is somewhere in the top, Netherlands, yeah, as well. So at least the Netherlands, we built from our science park in Amsterdam. It grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And broadband penetration, of course, Korea cannot be topped by any country. It was in the top for how many years? Many years probably. And this is the only thing. There is a big difference between Korea and the Netherlands. As Dr. Lee mentioned, Korea's focus is a lot on ICT products, on manufacturing, and not so much on services. The black column is the ICT manufacturing, and the white part is the services. While in Netherlands, it is 50-50. But this graph is from the year 2000. I couldn't find any more recent graph. But in the Netherlands, the ICT production has gone down, and we have been focusing more and more on services. And in the next few, and that is also visible in our ICT agenda. The ICT agenda of the Netherlands is kind of our plan, our government's plan for ICT. What do we want to develop with it? What do we want to do with it? And our goal is to become an ICT leader, or to stay ICT leader. As you have seen in the graphs, we are somewhere in the top, and we want to stay there. And we want to use all kinds of applications and digital service concepts. We want to develop them. And the government has made a budget available of almost 200 million euro for the years 2008 until 2011 to develop these services and to develop all kinds of new applications. And you know, Netherlands is the country of the tulip, so we try to put this concept into, well, not a tulip, but into a flower in a pot. And the center of this flower, the center of this plant is the user.